Hi, I'm Jason Biggs. I've played a lot of fun roles over the years, and I'm going to tell you about some of them in a segment I call The Notorious B.I.G.G.S. Camp Stories was an independent film that I did in 1995.
Abraham Fishcloth, and I have a few tricks.
I was still in high school, and I had just gotten a car. I was living in New Jersey, and it was very exciting for me because I got to keep the per diem. Like, my mom said, okay, you can have that. I was like a stud when I went home. Oh man, I think I got my girl tickets to The Lion King. Play a what? American Pie was my first experience on a studio set.
Third base feel like?
Like warm apple pie.
Yeah? That year and the year before had been kind of like the new wave of teen movies, teen comedies, that so many were coming out. And I was auditioning for all of them. The one I got happened to be American Pie. And it was weird, like, telling my friends about it back in Jersey. They're like, you did a movie where you what? You the what? I was like, yeah, man, it's really funny. They're like, okay, dude, sure. Loser was fun. It was kind of like a dream to be working with Amy Heckerling, who directed Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
So how come you always wear that hat?
Because something like 90% of your body heat escapes through your head.
I don't know if I got to. I feel like I did ask for the hat, actually. And I think I might have kept it, and it might be in storage. You know, in the movie theater lobbies, those big, like, stands, like the movie coming out with like a 3D of the actor. So they did one for Loser, and they sent me one. And I think I'm literally still paying for a storage unit just for this lobby stand. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Saving Silverman was nearly impossible to keep a straight face with Jack Black and Steve Zahn. I had the very daunting task of having to play the sort of straight man opposite these two comedic geniuses. I had to do a lot of stunts in that movie. One time I had my breast set on fire. In the movie, I put on this like zap machine where Steve Zahn is like zapping me, and then my shirt catches fire. It was like a big stunt I had to do, and I remember having so much fun doing that, because like I love doing physical comedy, and I kind of pride myself on it. And I remember in that movie in particular, like Jack and Steve had all these big, great, funny things to do, and I was so excited when I got to do that scene because it was a chance for me to do something kind of wacky. My best friend's girl is the reason I am married and have 2 kids.
I love the way you eat.
I got a call from a friend who represented the writer of My Best Friend's Girl. And he was like, hey man, I'm dating this girl and she's great and she's got a sister, Jenny. Jenny's actually auditioning for the movie as well. She's an actress, and we should all go out. What do you think? Do you want to go out? And I was like, sure, man. You know, I just want to, whatever. I'm just having fun. But yeah, totally. You know, let's go for sushi. That'll be great. You know, whatever. And so it was a blind date with this girl who I ended up marrying 9 months later. And now we have 2 kids. Orange is the New Black was an amazing experience. A felonious former lesbian wasp, Shiksa, who's about to go to prison to marry me. Jenji Kohan, the creator of the show, I am so grateful to her, because Jenji is all about thinking outside the box and finding fresh faces or fresh uses of familiar faces. And I credit her for saying, you know, you're my guy, and I'm excited to see you do this. Those first 2 seasons on that show for me were just amazing. Angry Angel was awesome. You know, it's not your typical holiday movie. It is right over there.
Heaven is clouds?
I am actually a 92-year-old Ukrainian man that has died and is sent back to Earth as an angel. Now, when you're sent back to Earth as an angel, you get to choose what mortal body you would like to inhabit. And I chose, obviously, the body of TV and film star Jason Biggs. And so I get to play this kind of funny, heightened version of myself. You know, we talk about how I did American Pie, and like, it's definitely Jason Biggs, but it's a bit of a caricature in a way. There were times that I had to remember that at the end of the day, I am actually a 92-year-old Ukrainian. So in fact, there's one scene where I'm eating head cheese, because that's what you do in Ukraine. I've done a lot of things in my career. I will say one of the most intense things I've ever actually had to do on set was eat head cheese. You can watch Angry Angel on Freeform.